Good morning. Welcome to Quilt and Code for our Hanky challenge this morning. I just wanted to review what we have completed so far with our hankies. With the first one, I did this pink hanky that was like, one of these things is not like the others. And I turned that into this gorgeous little bag. And then with all my, what I would say, not all of them, but a lot of the yellow ones, using this one as a focus, I created a notebook cover. And if you'll remember last Monday when we were doing this, it didn't quite come out quite big enough. And so I just changed the notebook and it fits perfectly now. I think I went down like a half an inch and now it fits perfectly. And so this one is complete and it's so lovely. I'm almost afraid to use it. So this, we'll put those over there. And so this week we're going to plan for the next hankies. And I really want to make a table runner with the blue hankies. And so that's where I'm headed with this. I've done a little bit of thinking and drawing and that type of thing on how I want to do this. And I also need to figure out which hankies I'm like deciding to use here. So if you'll notice, I will put this up here and maybe you'll be able to see it, maybe you won't. And so this is sort of where I'm headed with this project. I want to learn, I'll make it brighter. Will that help? Can you see it okay? Almost better, not bright. Okay. So I can knock it down better. Okay. So I'm looking, this is the EQ8 program. So I can create quilts in this program, see what the colors look like and that type of thing. And so what I was, let me see if I can get my mouse here. So the reason why I have this big blank spot in here, this block, is because I have a butterfly in here. And I'm not quite sure if I want to try and fit that butterfly into a block. Okay, and then but I think I want to go simple. And so this is a really simple block here, this one right here. All it is a 4-patch, and it's halved 4 patches. And so let me tell you how big that 4-patch is going to be. That is a 6x6 4-patch, okay? And so that's the wonderful thing about the program is that I can make things bigger, I can make things smaller. I have gone ahead and decided that right here I have plenty of room to add in a 1-inch border instead of having all of this around here. The other thing is I might just make it 1 inch wider anyway so that this isn't quite so much of a curve here, but I really want to do something different with this table runner to sort of bring out the beautiful hankies. And so I think by doing a scalloped border around the edge, that's a skill I would love to learn. And then, well, I haven't done it in a long time. And so I would love to practice that with you and show you how to do that. And then using the hankies to create the illusion here in the center. Okay, so that being said, I'm going back to design. And I'm going to change that back because I don't know. Let me show you what it'll look like if I have those blocks right there. Okay, and if I change that color, oops, I need to go to color. If I change the pink color to the blue. Da, 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 da. And then you can sort of see where the design is going here and how I can sort of see what's going on. Now I can do other things with this. I can also rotate the blocks to sort of give me a different look. So if I rotate this guy, well, it's always going to be the same because this block is the same, Allison. But I can change the colors in here too. So I could make these a lighter color or darker color. I haven't figured out where I'm going with that yet. But this gives me straight lines to work with. And it gives me if that's a 6-inch block, that means that all my pieces are going to be 3.5 inches. So that tells me where I'm going here as well. Okay, how many blocks can I get out of this? All right. So, and then I can make those blocks bigger. I can make them smaller. I can do other things once I figure out if this is really where I want to go with this. So as I was downstairs, well, wait a minute, let me pull all these out so you can sort of see what I'm dealing with. Okay, so I've sort of pulled out, and not all of them are the same blue. So that is, to me, it's going to bother me a little bit. And so there might be some that literally get kicked out just because they don't have the right blue in them or the right pink, or this one has green. None of the others have green. So it's sort of like, I get kind of sticky on some of that stuff. And whether or not it blends with it. Do I want to go all blue? Do I want some pink in there? Oh, look, I have two butterflies. So I have this butterfly here that could be used. And then I have another butterfly that can be used. And so it's like, okay, this one has a lighter shade of blue and pink. That blue sort of goes with that, but I don't know if it goes with that. And so I'm gonna have to figure this out. Okay, this one has a lot of pink, but it goes really well with that blue. Obviously, they came as a set. Well, maybe because that's a different color cream. And then here is, oh, another blue with something that we could add in is just a block. It's, just being a block. And then we have another, I'm not letting you guys see any of this, am I? Let me bring this down here. Okay, so I have a butterfly that's got some yellow and blue in there. Butterfly that has the blue and pink that I think kind of has the same, thread color as this, but not the same base as that. Here's the white on the blue, but this blue seems to be bluer than all the others. And then this, I love this because we've got some specks of really dark in that. That one's gorgeous. And then I get this wonderful rainbow quality with this one, but I don't know. Maybe there's one, maybe I go with something that's a little bit more rainbow with this one. Okay, so you can see where I'm having a dilemma. Like, there's just too much to choose from. On the other hand, with this, I only need 3-inch blocks or 3.5-inch pieces. And so if I look at a single solitary napkin, and I don't have my big ruler up here, but if I go with my single solitary napkin, this is an 8.5 right here. I can get, if I want to get 3.5 inches, I probably can get, the blues seem to blend. Okay, so even with like that one and this one, they seem to go okay. Maybe. I don't know where I'm going with this yet. So maybe. Okay. Anyway, so it looks like I could get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like I can get 6 per hanky. Okay. And I really was only thinking about doing 4 per block. And I have 10 blocks. 4 per block would be 40. I can get 6 out of this. So I need how many hankies? Somebody do the math. 7. So I thought, but I wasn't sure. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I have a yellow, but you know what? That one doesn't go at all. So you're going back in the box, especially since now I see that I could do a square that has this butterfly, a square that has this butterfly, and that knocks out 12 pieces. And so I'm gradually knocking down how many hankies I'm going to need, which means that I can pull out the rainbow hanky. Rainbow hanky is going to go into another project. And then let's see. Yeah, so that's where we're heading. Okay, so now I have to figure out, kind of want a background fabric. Okay, so of course I went walking around the shop and I saw, I'm a sucker for blue and yellow. And so I saw this gorgeous blue and white. I'll stick it right here so that you can see it a little bit up close. And then this one has a little bit of yellow in it. This is a brand new, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just gorgeous. But I mean, the blues match, but I'm thinking it needs to be more of a, not a solid, because I don't do solid, but more of a chalk or a marble texture, like the background of this one. And then bringing one of these in for the border or the accent outer of the quilt. But I think because when I'm putting these together, I'll just stick those right up there so you can see how lovely they are. I think, so I went to my scrap pile as well, because I was like, well, this will give me some ideas as to what colors are going to match the best. You can tell this was an old mask days, but look at how gorgeous that color goes with some of these blues. So that sort of gives me an idea of, I kind of, what I'm going to have to do is the same thing I did before, and I'm going to have that laying on top, and then stitch it down with my invisible thread. Okay. And so, and then I want, I'm like, okay, well, do I do it that way, so that I have a consistent color on one side and a consistent color on the other side with the lace in the center? I have to figure that out. And then I do like the idea of doing, I don't know if I want to do them randomly, like having, I'm going to show you the picture again. So there's the picture, and I'm showing you my messy sewing room, so I'll go this way. So there's the picture again. So if I were gonna, I'm scared to touch my screen because it's a touch screen. So let me get my mouse. So if I do, let's say I put all the lace on the blue, light blue color here, and it goes toward the dark blue color, that you'll see, then you'll get this like sort of cross thingy going out. And so that's kind of neat. Let's see here. Or I could do, and then if I put in the, stop yawning up back there. If I put in my blank block here, and let's say I've got 3 blocks that I'm sort of looking at as being a butterfly and being a, ooh, okay, wait a minute, where are we gonna put these? So, like a butterfly and something else and that type of thing. And then we could go totally different. We could do something like that. And then fit, because there's 3.5. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, now I'm changing my mind. Okay, ooh. Those are 3.5 inch. No, that's going to be a 6-inch square, which would be perfect to fit in. Go away. To fit in a butterfly, right? Oh, yes. Okay, wait a minute. Things are changing. I can always go back if I want to. And then I can have, so if I do, I might need to make this a whole another thing so I can have the, well, I only have 3 of them though. Okay. I got this. So I might need to change this around though, so that it sort of makes it so that it's a little bit more, maybe I make these squares a little smaller so that they, the symmetrical thing has to happen for me. Or I leave one out and we just have them in the center or something. So if I put one here like that, and we just have the butterflies on there, that might work for me. Or maybe we do it this way. So you can see how the design process can take like forever. Nope, I think I like it the other way. Anyway, so then I can go in and change the colors. If I were going to do it this way, let me put this back over here so that you can actually see it. There we go. So you can't see my messy sewing room. What up? There we go. So if we were to do it this, if I do it this way, then how do I want my lace to go? I think I would want my lace to go in towards my solid color. So if I change that solid color, just so y'all can see, to and I would like the darker blue, I think, simply, I don't know. I'll look at that in just a second. So if I change all that to the darker blue and that to the lighter blue, and then I pick, I don't know, some other blues in here. Yeah, I'll have to find some other blues, but change those other colors to lighter blues and then let's see what it looks like when I put okay, so if I were to use this dark color, okay, that shows up the butterfly. Okay, what if I use a lighter color? I really like this, but I don't know if I have any more of that, because look at how that shows up on that or blends with that. That's really, really pretty. On the other hand, I can't see it very well. So maybe the dark isn't good. Maybe we need to go with a lighter. Maybe we need to go even lighter. Can't see it on the camera. Better? Okay, cool. This is dark again. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I like that. That's showing that up. That's showing that up too. So maybe it does need to be some sort of blue like that. Now, okay, so if this is the blue I decide, or a color that I decide to show up, does it show up all of them? We're gonna find out. I might have to go with different. That one's not bad. I like that one. That's good. All right. That one's pretty. I like that. That one's going to be nice because that one is nice and light anyway. All right, let me see about the blue butter. Okay, yep. So I don't know. I think I need to go darker and with the lace. So wherever the lace is going to go, that means that these blocks here, I'm going to want to be the dark. So I've got to figure out if I like that. Okay, so maybe maybe we put the butterflies up at the top and the bottom. So maybe we go there, and then I gotta switch all the colors back. Sorry about that. You'd think they'd keep them. Oh, it's because I haven't actually saved anything yet. And then my light blue. Maybe. Yeah. Actually, I kind of like that because look at how that blue goes across like that. Oh, I think we've got it. Here's the design. Awesome. And then we'll have the butterflies coming in from the top and the bottom. Oh, I love this. Okay, great. Now I'm ready to get started. But I still have to pick my colors. And so I would love to know what colors you're thinking in the chat as it goes throughout this week, because I'm going to let this ruminate. And I am going to also, the other thing that I can do is I can actually put the colors that I am choosing into my EQ8. And I can say, okay, I really like, okay, remember I said I don't like solids? And so what I'll probably do is go down and find some sort of chalk texture or marble that is along the lines of this color. And I will continue to play with the different, they'll literally be living all over my shop this week as I audition fabrics. That's what we call it, audition. And figure out which fabrics are going to be the best to go into those things. And then I will also try and use as much scrap as possible because I do have like a ton of scrap up here that could go into this. And then also want to make, I want to also be thinking about what could possibly be the border that's going to bring all this together. So that is the plan for the week, is that now that I have my design and have figured out really, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like, didn't realize just how much that was going to pop out and I was going to love it. Then I've got to figure out what colors and that type of thing I want to go with and start getting those all prepped. The other thing I will do by next week is I'll have my butterflies prepped with whatever fabric that I have, so that we can go, you know how I did the butterflies, I'm going to do it the same way I did with the with the purse, and I'll get everything prepped with my tricot interfacing and that type of thing, and we'll be ready to start next week. And so, yay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so thank you for joining me this morning. If you've enjoyed this, please be sure to follow next week. If you've enjoyed any of the previous ones, please go back and take a look at them. In the previous ones, taught things like reverse applique. The big thing that between reverse applique and piping, I did both of those. And so there might be some opportunity to practice some more piping in this project, because wouldn't that be nice around the blocks before I add the borders on? And with this particular project, we're going to learn for sure, we're going to learn bias binding, because we're going to do a scalloped binding. And so I'm going to have to teach you how to do a bias binding in order for you to be able to do that. Normally, when I teach my videos, I just do straight of grain. I can't do that with a scalloped binding, because we need it to mold in for the scallop to look right. And so I'm going to teach you how to do that. And we will be back next week. If you're in Greenville, come by and say hi to us at the Greenville Quilt Show. We'll be at the Mancuso Quilt Fest in Greenville, South Carolina. So come by and say hi. We're going to have some special deals going on at that show. And Will, the Kilted Quilter, will be staying here at home. So if you want to come by and say hi to him, please do that. And let's see what else. And then the big thing is that the Spring Mini right here is going to be starting on Thursday. And so be sure to tune in. I will not be live on Thursday because I'll be in Greenville, but the Spring Mini will be starting, and I will be getting you started with all your prep, all that stuff. We have kits for those online. And then this afternoon, I am doing a video to finish off the bag so that I can actually use that at the Greenville show. And so I'm also going to be using a new material I've never used before in that bag. And so I decided I would tape that so that if I really screw it up, I can like cut it off. So, but I'm really excited to learn how to use this new material. And so if you have enjoyed this, please share, like, comment, subscribe, do all that other stuff that you need to do for social media. Say hi to us in the chat. We do look at those after the video is done. And if you have any suggestions, really, I am open. This is all a new process for me, so I am learning right along with you. So have a wonderful day. Go enjoy some coffee. I mean, it's still before noon, so I can get away with it. And we will see you soon in our next video. Bye, everyone.